Okay. Now the online. Okay, very good. Yes, da.
Okay.
ஆகுது.
The
Very good.
puzzle
இப்ப என்ன
challenge.
பண்றேன்னா இப்ப Facebook போயிட்டு உன்னோட இதுல இது பண்ண முடியுதான்னு பாரு.
Right.
அருண்
ஒரே நிமிஷம் காப்பி பண்ணிடுறேன் லிங்க். லுக்ஸ் லைக் யூ ஆர் ரெடி. இங்க கோலைவ்னு கொடுத்தா கோலைவ் போகும் போல இருக்கு.
இல்ல வந்துட்டேன்.
ஷேர் வந்துருச்சு. ஓகே, லிங்க் வந்துருச்சு. ஓகேப்பா, ஃபேஸ்புக்கில் போட்டுடலாம்.
ஓ, அப்படியே பண்ணிட்டியா?
அவ்வளோதான். போட்டா வந்துடும் நினைக்கிறேன்.
நான் என்ன சொல்றேன், செஸ்லாங் பேஜ் போயேன்.
செஸ்லாங் பேஜா?
செஸ்லாங்னு டைப் பண்ணா சர்ச்ல. அத ஷேர் கொடு. நான் ஷேர் கொடுக்க முடியல.
ஷேர் கொடுக்க முடியுது.
ஷேர் நோ கொடு.
அவ்வளவுதான், கொடுத்தேன். டன்.
உன் ஃபேஸ்புக் ப்ரொஃபைலையும் வந்துடும். செக் பண்ணிக்க வேணும்.
வந்துருச்சு மச்சி.
வந்துச்சா?
அவ்வளவுதான், டன்.
சூப்பர். ஓகே, ஸ்டார்ட். பேசினா கேக்குதான்னு பார்க்கணும், அது ஒன்று முக்கியம்.
ஓகே, நான் ஸ்டார்ட் கால் கொடுத்துறவா?
ஆமா.
Streaming almost ready. Hi Siddharth.
உன் வீடியோ பின் பாயிண்ட் பண்ணிக்கோ.
பாத்துக்கிறேன்.
ஹாய். சரி, ஓகே, ஆல் செட் டு கோ. சும்மா பேசிட்டு பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
ஓகே, ஷூர்.
சரி, இதுல நான் கட் பண்றேன், கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆக. பை.
I'm in first place.
You guys are the first ones to come in. Come on in. All right. Okay, so I think it's all set. So just in case, like, I'll just keep everyone on mute. All right. If you guys need anything, just ping me here in the chat. All right. Okay, so I think we still have like about 10 minutes. So hopefully others will also join in, and then we will get started, right?
Okay. Now I'm in second place.
Alright, so I'm gonna put everyone on mute, alright? So the streaming will get disturbed if you guys are talking all the time. So let's put everyone on mute. guys. Okay, so I think we still have some time, about like 10 minutes. So I just wanted to get started earlier, so just to make sure like okay, everything is set. Okay, so anyways, are you guys playing any tournaments today? Nope. Okay. All right, that's nice ways to communicate. Okay, by the way, we are also streaming online, right? So the video is going live, so we have to put in our best behavior. Everyone will be watching. All right, so the idea of our puzzle challenge today. So this is going to be well, first of its kind. So we haven't done puzzle competition so far, right? We have had like tournaments, we have had like classes, we have had camps, but we haven't done anything exclusively for puzzles. So this is going to be the first time we are going to do that. And well, once it works out well, we can even run it as a puzzle tournament. So today's session is mostly going to be with you know, like random positions, and everyone is in. So it's okay. What I have done is I've put in like relatively easier questions today. But in future, like, you know, if things work out well, we can use these features to run puzzle tournaments. That will be like awesome, right? So anyways, let's wait for others also to join in, nevertheless. Alright, in the meantime, I think we have like 10 more minutes. So just in case, to follow what Abhimanyu is doing, I'm just gonna show everyone. Abhi has an excellent position against the Grandmaster. He's playing an important game today. Abhi is playing white and has an extra pawn in this position and is trying to win against the GM. Okay, hopefully he makes it. Apparently he needs 5 out of 5 to make his third GM now, which will be like, you know, concluding his title. So he'll become a Grandmaster once he wins 5 out of 5. But 5 out of 5 is not a joke, right? So let's see. Anyways, like I'm sure like with this kind of positions, the game is going to continue for at least like another 30-40 moves, maybe more. So maybe like by the end of the puzzle challenge, if we have time, we'll come back and check it out nevertheless, right? You guys can check it out later too. Alright, so alright, I have it as full screen now, so it should be even better. Oh, my name is as GM Arun Chess. Let me change it. Alright, we have all these people here. The participants are here. Well, unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to talk to you individually, like in the class. But there are some interesting features here. That is like, you know, like I can basically see the number of moves that you guys are making. So what kind of moves that you're playing, and the timing that you guys are using for each and every move. These are like some of the cool features as a trainer, like I want to see. So those are the extra things that we are going to see in class today. And yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. And I'll try to definitely talk to most of you people, so that like we are like okay, at the same time communicating, so understand the positions and stuff. I'll anyway as much as possible I talk to you individually. All right. So here's the leaderboard. Well, guys, the way it works, right? Like, okay, each puzzle, each and every position carries 10 points, right? So for each and every mistake that you guys make, you will be losing 1 point. So it means like, if you make a wrong attempt, you will get 9 points after that if you get it right. So each and every mistake, you will be reducing, automatically 1 point will be reduced. And so the idea is, for every position, like I'll try to give you guys like about like 3 or 4 minutes depending on the difficulty level. Even if you find the answer, the best thing to do is double check if you're not missing anything, and then you can even make your moves in the last 45 seconds, right? So first couple of minutes, just make sure you're like thinking about understanding the position better. Even if you see the answer, please don't make the move. We have to develop the discipline of double checking everything. You see the winning move, there is no harm in like looking for other options and just making sure everything is right. Well, in a tournament game, in a practical game, it may work out different, because you might be in severe time trouble, so you may not have enough time to double check your moves. But in normal conditions, let's say you have like 15 minutes on the clock. Many times I have spoken about these things in our classes earlier. You have to, once you see the winning move, there is no harm in taking your time to make sure everything is under control, and then playing your moves. So do the same, develop this habit. This is quite important. Alright, we have like less than 5 minutes, and then we'll be getting started. Okay, so we have about 30 people now. Alright, here is the response feature that you guys can use to communicate with the coach. You can say hi to me if you want here. Well, I think the chat window is also possible, but I have disabled the chats. But here, I think you can say hi. Yep. Hi, hi. நான் அப்டேட் பண்ணிட்டேங்க, அதை புதுசாக போட்டிருக்கேன், ரெஃப்ரெஷ் பண்ணி பாருங்க ஃபேஸ்புக்கில்.
செஸ்லாங் ஓட ஷேர் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க இந்த லைவ் யூடியூப்ல போய் பார்க்கறதுக்கு லிங்க்.
Okay. All right, I think a little bit messy with the chat window not showing up. Let's see. Hi, Bilwa. All right. Hey, Kannan. Alright guys, anyways, like hi to all of you. So I think if I have to say hi to individually everyone, it's gonna take some little more time, right? So hi to everyone. So I assume that you're all saying hi to me nevertheless, so let's leave it there, and let's focus on the puzzles. It's pretty much time's up. So okay, so just to update to everyone, as I mentioned earlier, well, the idea is to find the answers without mistakes. For each and every mistake that you do, the points will be reducing. So try to get the right answer in the first attempt. So, well, the way I have created these puzzle challenge, most of the positions are relatively easier, and you guys should be able to find it without much difficulties. But still, even if you see the winning move, even if you are sure, just make sure nothing goes wrong. Hey Kandan, is this the first time doing this? Nice to know. And hi Sai Sneha, it's been quite a while since I saw you, so hope you're doing well. Give my regards to your father as well. Alright guys. Okay, so pretty much we are ready, I guess. Let me just make sure we have all the live features going on well. Alright guys, I think it's pretty much time's up. I think it's time for us to begin the session. So let me start with the first position. So as I said earlier, I think many of you have joined now. So I'll give you guys about like 3 to 4 minutes for each and every position. So you have to get it done without any mistakes. This is where the challenge lies. If you guys make a mistake, well, you will get another chance, like multiple attempts anyways. But for each and every mistake that you make, like the points will be going down. So you will lose a point for each and every mistake. So try to make sure like you're not making any mistakes and find the right answers without any mistakes. Let's go. Here is the first question. So I'll add like 3 minutes. Here we go. The first question. As you guys can see, I'm able to follow you guys. I'll be able to see all of your moves. First, understand the position. Double check everything. Once you are sure about the move, go ahead with it. Let's go. Kanan got it right. Awesome, Kanan. Guys, but you know, if you find the answer in 10 seconds, or even if you find the answer in the last 10 seconds, you get the same points. So, there is no harm in taking your time. Alright, Kanan. Well, here is the most important feature where I'm able to see all of your moves. Okay, I see Vail Swami and Indu, you guys are making some forcing moves. I understand, can completely understand your ideas, but come on, this isn't just a simple blunder. And on the other hand, I see Yash, Arav, Sudarshan, Mahati, Kannan, Sanjeev, all. I think most of you guys got it in the first attempt, and Sanjeev made like 4 attempts. Come on, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you know, you're capable of finding the answer. Why not like take a little longer and make sure you're not making any mistakes? All right. Still have a minute, guys. Narayan didn't find it. I'm really surprised, Narayan. Alright, we have only 25 seconds. I think this is the time we have to start making moves. Okay, last 10 seconds. Let's get it done. Okay, time's up, and I think it's time to understand the position, and I'll give you guys the answers for those who didn't get it right. And also here is an interesting feature that I can see, like the moves that are being played in this position. There were like 28 answers with the right moves. The right move is to go knight to g4, guys, in this position. I'll explain to you anyways. But many of you said knight to g6, surprisingly. Well, doesn't that just simply hang the queen? The bishop's attacking the queen. Wouldn't I just simply take the queen, guys? Think about it. And some of you also went knight c6. Okay, I think that might be a slightly better version, because at least white attacks the black queen as well. But still, that doesn't change the fact that black would simply take the white queen, and you will still end up losing a piece in that case also. Many of you went queen g7 also, but come on. Isn't that just simply hanging a queen? The knight on e5 is blocking the bishop's path. Alright, time for the answer. Okay, so, and in this case, like knight to g4 is the right move in this position. The idea is white's threatening queen to g7 checkmate, and well, black is welcome to take the queen, and now knight takes f6 basically checkmates the kings, right? And there is one more idea that black has in this position to stop queen g7. Well, I could very well play f6 in this position. The point is, I'm guarding this g7 square, and the bishop's path is also closed, but in this case, like, white could simply take the bishop, and still knight f6 ends in a checkmate. It's a pretty cool checkmate. So, well, sacrificing a queen and checkmating the king is always kind of special, right? It always feels very nice, very satisfying. Alright, anyways, but I'm sure, like, okay, the initial position, I'm sure most of you are warming up, and we should be able to get the right answers from here. But understand, guys, take your time. There is no harm in taking your time and finding the right answer. And here is the next position. Let me begin the ask feature. Alright, so same 3 minutes, black's turn to play. Everyone try to get it done without mistakes. First, understand the position, understand the weaknesses in the position, what are the targets that is under attack, and then make your moves. I still see some answers within the first 10 seconds, guys. Even I will not do that. Even if I see the answer, I'll take some time. Sanjeev got it. Okay, good. Mahati is also done. Like, this is a super famous position. I'm sure you guys would have done this in another tactic books as well. Sarvesh is here. Hi, Sarvesh. Mahati also got it. Oh, Kannan, don't write down the moves. Come on. I'll have to disable the chat after that. Okay, I see that many of you are taking your time, which is very good. This is how it has to be. Spot the weakness first, begin with forcing moves as always, and identify your opponent's response. Many of you guys make your answer within the first 10 seconds. Like, wouldn't that be like just looking at your answer, looking at your move? You won't even have time to look at what your opponent is trying to do in the position. It's pretty bad habit. When you make a move, you have to know what are your opponent's follow-ups. Without that, you cannot make a move, right? Alright, I think we have like about like 30 seconds now, so it's time to fasten the pace. So let's go fast from here. So this time I see like many of you got your first move right. So only 10 more seconds, guys. Let's go fast. Time's up. Okay, alright. So 64 right answers. Okay, I still see the 13 unattempted. Very well. So I can give you guys an expression. Since many of you got it right, I'll give you a thumbs up expression. Alright. So let's understand the position once again. Well, White's king is under like lot of attack. As you can see, like the queen, the rook, the bishop, they're all like clearly targeting the king, and White is barely holding the position. The bishop is the last defender of the king in this position, right? Which is also like extremely unstable. There is a rook attacking, there is a queen attacking, and there is a pin in this line, and the rook and the queen are the last defenders, right? Well, right answer is rook takes g3. Well, rook takes g3 kind of moves are the ones we have to start with when you're calculating. Always start with checks, most forcing. And here comes rook g8, which is an excellent move. And after this, like, White definitely will end up losing a lot of material and also might also end up getting checkmated from here. Alright. So I still see like many of you are with absolute score, which is very good. Alright, let's move on to the next position. The third position, here we go. Okay, here we go. This is a little more challenging. Okay, I had like a few difficult positions, and most of them are like relatively easier. But I can tell you one thing, it's a forcing move. Definitely start with forcing moves. Start with the most forcing. I already told you guys what kind of moves are most forcing. And the idea is the cross pin. There are multiple pins in this position, and black uses that to win material or checkmate the king. That's how black wins. Still have plenty of time. This is not a position where you make your move within the first 30 seconds. It's not like that. It's not that easy. You may have to take your time. There are so many good options in this position, but one of them is the best. All right. Pretty happy with many of you got the right answer in the first attempt without any mistakes. Good job, guys. And good job to kudos to like most of you who are still taking your time, making sure like you're getting it right without mistakes. Very nice. Very nice. Mahati, Sai Sneham, you guys got it in the first attempt. Manish also got it in the first attempt. Good job. Narayan, very nice. Siddharth is doing good too. Advai, 2 attempts. Okay, last 10 seconds. We don't have much time, so you guys have to rush now. Let's go. Time's up, guys. Alright. Pretty nice. Still, many of you got the right answer, but okay, I told you guys this was a little more challenging. It's fine if you didn't get it. Alright, let's find the right answer. Okay, so, well, I think the computer is still loading, taking its own time. Well, bishop f5 is the correct start, starting with a check. Many of you started off with rook takes b2, guys. That's not like the correct answer. Rook takes b2. Think about it. Like, did you guys look at the follow-up? Did you see like if you had any follow-up plan? Like without that, you cannot make your move, right? Well, to many of you who are attending this in our class, I have mentioned regarding one of my games that I played many years back. I was playing in an international tournament, and I was playing another grandmaster, and the win means I'm winning the championship. And I begin the attack with a piece sacrifice, and I see the winning ideas. So I went with the piece sacrifice, and after once the attack began, I had a clear winning position. But I had a choice at one point. There was one move with a check and another move which was also forcing with threats, but it was not. It was not a check basically. It's not the most forcing. So hence I decided to continue with the move that was a check. But apparently it turned out to be a mistake. And you know what? I make the move, and next in another 10 seconds I found out like my opponent has a defense. And because of that I end up losing the game. And because of that I also messed up the tournament championship. It would have been so, well, winning a tournament is always special, nevertheless. Even if it is a local tournament or an international tournament or a world championship, it doesn't matter. If you win a tournament, it's always pretty good. Because winning a tournament is a habit. Not everyone is able to do that. So, think about it. I had a phenomenal tournament. I played extremely well in the tournament, and in the final round when playing another grandmaster, I have a clear winning position, and I make the correct direction. I took the correct winning plan also, and once at a given point, I have to find the correct move when I had multiple options, and I had like 20 minutes in the clock. I still remember. Well, there was no harm if I had taken like another 15 minutes. I could have finished in the last 5 minutes. It was pretty straightforward. But instead, I played my move within the first 2 minutes because I thought it's a simple winning idea. And my opponent out of nowhere had a brilliant defense and finally ended up losing the game. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. So many of you who are making the second attempt, think about it. It's the same scenario. This is how it will show up in tournament. Once you make a mistake, we don't get the second chance, which is exactly what happened to me. So please don't do that. Develop the habit of double checking everything before you make your final answer. Is that clear, everyone? So bishop f5 is the correct start, and now the main problem is the king comes under a lot of attack. King a1 doesn't work in this position mainly because of bishop b2 followed by queen e1. Well, bishop c1 is not really helping. Queen takes c1 ends in a checkmate, and the other one is the most important defense. Here white has bishop to d3. Okay, bishop f5 is also a relatively easier move, I would say, but I don't know how many of you really found queen e2 in this position, which is an excellent idea. Well, I'm getting a complaint that some of you are not able to hear me. Well, I don't know, it might be an issue with the website, I guess. Hopefully it should come back, I guess. Alright, moving on to the next position. Well, after queen e2, I think it's pretty straightforward, I guess. This is the cross pin I'm talking about, like multiple pins on this line. And yeah, rest is pretty easy. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Okay. The answer is quite simple. It's just a 2-move answer, but very easy to miss. Some of the factors that we have discussed earlier. Look for forcing moves. Watch out for unprotected pieces and vulnerable squares in your opponent's camp. You should definitely have the answer. Oh god, I'm once again seeing Kanan got it in the first attempt. Pretty good. But 20 seconds. John also got it. Good job, but you can take your time. Narayan got it. Good job, Narayan. Alright, Mahati. Whoa, did you see that? Mahati is the only one with absolute score. Mahati, you have to keep this up until the end. Right? So, you are the only one who has a chance. Guys, some of you are playing Rook FD1. That's such a thoughtless move. Rook FD1, as black will just take the rook and you will get back rank checkmate. And what are you guys doing? Well, we'll talk about it, but nevertheless, goes back. Why can't white just be up 2 rooks for a queen? We'll talk about it, Karan. It's fine. This knight bishop checkmate video was very similar to everyone. Oh my god, you're able to relate to different positions like this. I'm very happy. I don't know who mentioned this, but good job, guys. We have done, I think this is the 4th puzzle, I guess. So we have like another 15. I don't know if we'll be able to finish everything, but we'll try to finish as much as possible. Alright. Alright guys, it's almost time's up, and well, in this case I saw some bad ideas. You know, like there are some ridiculous responses. Well, I'm certainly not very happy with ideas like rook fd1 in this position. Come on, guys. Well, I also had like queen takes d8, which was like another surprising option for me. Like, you know, what was that? Okay, I think it's taking a little longer for me to get it loaded, but we'll just wait for a second. But nevertheless, rook fd1 and okay, I have to load the position once again. Okay, so nevertheless, guys, rook fd1 or just runs into queen d1, or even some of you also wrote queen d8. These are like not moves that we have to play. Well, I'm not saying you should not consider these moves. These are like forcing moves certainly that should be considered. As long as it's forcing move, there is nothing wrong in checking it out. But come on, playing it out is wrong. Alright, so queen b4 is the right answer. Let me flip the board just in case. So here we go. White threatens checkmate, and also at the same time the b7 bishop is under pressure. This is where the problem comes. And many of you have been asking what is going on after knight d6. But does it matter, guys? Really? Is it even a question? Like, we could just simply take it and win the b7 bishop, right? I don't know, maybe even rook b1 might work, I guess. So I'm sure like this is pretty much quite easy for white, right? Everyone, but okay, come on, I should not see like bad moves like that. Well, but that's one of the good features about this website thing that we are using. I'm able to see every single move that you guys are playing and the time that you guys are taking. So I would definitely expect you guys to take a little longer just to make sure like you're not making any mistakes. So well, there were like a few mistakes, hence I want to ask relatively a couple of easy questions before going into more difficult ones. Okay, so this one's super easy. Let's get it done. Come on. But I want everyone to get the right answer without any mistakes. There shouldn't be even a single mistake in this one. right? She got it. Good job, guys. A lot of right answers this time. Pretty good. But there were some ridiculous moves in this case also. Some of you do queen takes at 7. Guys, come on. Hey, Vilva also has absolute score. I missed you. Okay, nice. So two of you have the absolute score. So try to keep it up, guys. You do have the only chance to get absolute score till the end. So try to keep it that way. And Sai Sneha following up closely, and Sudarshan also. Nice. Okay, last 10 seconds. Those who haven't made a move, it's time to make a move. Alright, time's up, and let's understand the answer. In this case also, I found some bad moves like Queen F7. Queen F7 is another candidate move, a possible option that White should consider. But after King H8, I didn't really see any great moves, any great follow-up, right? Well, White still has like a very strong attack, but I'm sure like there were other options much better than that, right? Well, guys, to begin with, make sure everyone's looking at the candidate moves. I think once again in this case, like the importance of starting with candidate moves is once again clearly understandable in this position. There were other options also, like Queen F7, I don't know, maybe Knight F7 also, like several forcing moves that exist in this position for White. But among them, well, Bishop takes F7 seems like the simplest and straightforward winning idea. But since you have other options also, so if you can discipline your calculation, that will be good. See, what I'm saying is, play moves like Queen F7. But, I mean, I'm not saying, that's wrong. I should not say play moves like Queen F7. Queen F7 is a move that you have to see, but not play. You should understand the difference, right? Bishop H7, Queen F7, Knight C6, Knight F7, these are the most forcing moves in this position. But these are the moves you should check, but don't play it out. Alright, okay, I think it's still loading. Should get it back anytime, I guess. I can only see the previous puzzle, not the current one. Okay, there were some mistakes in this one, yeah? Okay. Alright. Okay, that's strange. I think some of you have some issues with the positions. Yeah. Alright, we'll try to set it right. Maybe I should have loaded it to the position before I started. Let's just wait and see. Alright. Yeah, I think it's still in the lowest previous position, but let me. Yep, now we are in the correct position. Hopefully. For everyone also. Okay, guys. Yeah. So the right answer in this case is Bishop takes H7, and now, well, King moves to H8, doesn't matter. Knight F7 is checkmate, and Knight F7 is once again met with Queen F7 followed by Knight G6, and that's the end. Alright, so let me send a smiley to those who got the right answer. This is for the ones who got the right answer, who didn't make any mistakes. And for those who didn't get the right answer, this is the smiley. Here we go. Alright, let's move on to the next position. Well, this is a pretty cool one. Let me load the game and feature. Let's go. This is such an easy one, so make sure everyone gets it right. Very nice. You guys are able to relate to this position to the ones we have seen earlier. Very nice. Alright, so once again Bilva and Mahati are having the absolute score. Good job guys, and closely followed by many others. Hey, how did Narayan make a mistake? Narayan didn't solve one of the positions? Vaishnavi said this, it was easy. Yeah. Well, this is only a trial puzzle challenge thing, right? Like, okay, I didn't want to trouble you guys with all difficult ones. Okay, I just want to mix and match some of them with easy ones and some of them with difficult ones. Okay, let's see. Probably I'll give a more challenging one in the next one. Pretty cool. Many of you got it in the first attempt. Alright guys, last 30 seconds. Let's try to get it done. Okay, we still have like 25 unattempted. And a couple of you are almost done, I guess. So let's get it done guys, last 15 seconds. Let's go. Alright, time's up. Okay, now the right answer. I think many of you started off with rook takes e6, but okay. Well, as I said earlier, rook into e6 or knight takes g7 are the moves that are should be the first candidate moves for you guys. Well, apparently knight g7 is the correct one. Once you start with these forcing moves, okay, one way or the other something will work. That is how most of the tactics work. Bishop g7 is met with rook takes e6, followed by queen g6, and that ends in a beautiful check. So these are like some of the positions that are like, when you solve it, you feel very good about yourself. So it feels very nice to solve these kind of positions. Okay, so I said something about like a challenging position. Let's see. Okay, this is a famous game played between two world champion players. Let's see if you guys can get this one. We'll go into the last feature. So I'll add a little more time to this. Well, okay, so here we go. Black's turn to play. Let's try to get the right answer, everyone. A famous game played between Spassky and Fischer, their world championship match. Let's try to get it done. Nice. Kanan got it. Good job, Kanan. Well, Ishan, the previous position, rook e6, doesn't work because rook takes, pawn takes, knight g7. I would start with king f7. I'll not continue with bishop takes g7 after that. So, no. Kanan? Alright. Well, these are like pretty common positions. Like okay, this is like world championship position, so it's a very important one. This would have occurred in several books in several other places too. Okay, Mahati and Bilma have done quite well. Good job, guys. Many of you have got it in the first attempt. I'm pretty happy with this. And Samat, I've seen this game, that's why I found the answer. Really? That's why you found the answer? Or else you will not find the answer? I'm sure you're capable of finding it, or even otherwise. Mahati, very nice. Well, I think I should have had a few more moves. The game continued. I think it didn't load up in the database. My mistake. Alright, we still have a few more. Did not understand why my answer was correct. Vishal, yeah, it's my mistake. Guys, like, okay, for some reason when I loaded the database, I felt like I added like more moves, but somehow only the first move came in. It's fine, I'll explain. Don't worry about it. So the leaders are in 70 points. Pretty good. Okay, we still have like 25 unattempted people. Slow. So shall we get it done, guys, everyone? We have only 30 seconds left. Let's go fast. Well, it's supposed to be actually more than 3 moves. In fact, this position was it was planned for like 5 or 6 moves to be precise. Alright, it's fine. Let's check the answer. Well, many of you played bishop takes a4 pretty much without any difficulties. Bishop a4 is the correct idea in this position. Well, specifically, right, this specific game, this was, as I said earlier, this was played between Spassky and Fischer. Fischer was black in this game. I think it came from Nimzo Indian Defense. The idea that Fischer played in this game, well, I would definitely recommend you guys to go and check this game. Fischer played a very unique plan. Like, as you guys can see, the pawns on g5 in this position, right? Well, at some point he'll have a knight on g6, white would go knight h4, and black will play knight g6, and knight takes g6, f takes g6, and that's how this specific pawn structure will arise. And apparently it was very unique pawn structure. Like, when the game was going on, the commentators were like saying like, okay, what kind of pawn structure is this? What kind of ideas Fischer is playing? Looks like a very dubious plan. But apparently it turned out to be an excellent idea, and like only as the game progressed, everyone was able to understand like which Fischer was able to like see much earlier. Maybe after the class is over, like definitely go and check this game out. This is an amazing game. Alright, so the actual question was supposed to be with bishop takes a4, queen takes a4, and black begins with queen takes e4, and now it's a double attack on e1 and g2 in this position, and king f2 is met with knight d3 once again, and king g3 is met with queen h4 followed by king f3 followed by queen f4, and finally comes the checkmate. This was supposed to be the answer, nevertheless. Alright, let's check it out. Okay, this is done. Alright. Okay, if you guys were able to anticipate this much, that will be like pretty good. Okay, so let's move on to the next position. Let's go. Let me start with this one. Okay, load game. Let's task feature. Alright guys, here we go. Let's get started. Well, I can definitely start the chat window here, but okay. Just to be sure, like, okay, no one spams that. That's why I didn't allow that. Well, Zoom is fine, so. Kannan. Pretty good. This is such a common pattern, right? So, let's see. How many of you are able to spot this without mistakes? Alright. Many of you got it in the first attempt. Good job. This is such a common pattern. You guys should find it without any mistakes. Super cool. Look at this. I can see it in a big screen about what's the score that each of you guys have. Very nice. Okay, so Bilba once again maintained the lead without any mistakes. Pretty cool. Sai Sneha closely following by just 1 point behind, and Mahati also made it to 80 points. Pretty cool. Alright, but look at this. Most of you guys who are able to like take your time, like a minute or two, and then when you guys make your decisions, you're able to get it right without any difficulties. Ishan, you are unbelievable. Like, you're able to find, tell me the ideas, who played these ideas also. Pretty cool. Alright. Okay, we still have like about 1.5 minutes. We still have some of you who haven't completed the position, so let's get it done, guys. Alright, okay, so we still have like about 40 seconds, and I think those who haven't made a move this is the time. Get started, let's go. I see 15 of you are still solving it, so let's get it done, guys, quickly. We don't have much time. This specific position is a common pattern. Alright, it's almost time's up. Okay, let's see. I think we have some little difficulties with the website. Okay, so it should load up anytime soon. All right. Okay, anyways, I think pretty much most of you guys found the right answer without much difficulties, I guess. Some of you went without solving it, yeah? It's pretty strange. Okay, so see if we can get this done. Well, we have some difficulties with this. All right. Okay, I think it's better to enable the chat option in the platform itself. I'll allow that because the Zoom chat is a little bit messy, I guess. So I think it's better to use the response chat in the platform or the chat window here. Just give me a minute, let me allow this. Okay, here we go, guys. This is done here. Alright, okay, now I think we are able to sort this out. Alright, okay, so I think it's all sorted out, and thanks for patiently waiting. Yeah, looks like someone suggested this. I should have done this earlier. Alright, nevertheless. So the right answer should be bishop takes bishop and queen takes. Well, as always, like anything that is unprotected or vulnerable like this runs into tactical shots. Rook b1 is the right answer, and you can't take the rook because the queen is hanging, and you move the king away. Let's say I can simply take the queen and then take the rook on a1. Pretty cool. Alright. Let's move on to the next position. Let's see. Okay, this is a super cool position. Let's get it done. Let's go. White's turn to play. Alright, it's pretty good. I think I'm seeing most of you are taking your time. Rohan got it. Good job. Manish is also done. Kannan, what did you do wrong? All right. Okay, here we can see the full leaderboard. Oh my god, Bilwa made a mistake. That's so unfortunate. Mahati is the last one who has a chance. Let's see. Alright, getting Going back to the live board. We still have plenty of time. Get the right answer. Understand the problem in this position, guys. Saket, I think that's a it's a ridiculous question, I guess. I'm sure you should have the answer, Saket. How does that work? Yep. All right, and yeah, pretty much should be fine, I guess. Okay, we have like 30 more seconds. Let's get it done, guys. Everyone, we still have like more than 30 unattempted attempts. Let's get it done. Science Neha is also done, but you made a mistake. What was the mistake? Was it a mouse slip? Ah, you played this move. Well, okay, I think I have to check if that also works in this position. Might also work, I guess. Alright, time's up. Well, to begin with, I think everyone should understand, the first thing is to understand what was the problem in this position that black had. And that should be like regarding the back rank weakness in the position, isn't it? Well, the back rank weakness is where black's issue is in this position, and well, this is simply like removing the defender or creating a deflection. That's where the answer basically is. Anyways, I think we are almost done with this. I think once this ends, we should be able to get started, I guess. Yep, let's go. So queen a7 here is the right answer, creating a deflection, and now rook takes d8 is the threat once the queen moves away. And there is only one way in which the queen can save itself as well as cover up the d8 square, and that is queen to a5. And here comes queen a6. The queen is under attack. And once again the same problem, the queen has to only hide here on c7, there is no other square to go to, and queen a7. And the missing a6 pawn means black doesn't have queen a5 move also in this position, and the rest is just pretty easy. Alright, Sarthak, I played at 1700 or 1800 and won against him or her. Okay, that's pretty good. Good for you. Alright, let's move on to the next position. Okay, the next one is also a super easy one, but I have seen like many of my students make a mistake in this. So, let's keep it as 3 minutes because it's super easy. Let's go. Alright, and here's the leaderboard. So Mahati is the only one, the last standing. Well, Mahati, most probably we'll have time for another couple of positions, not more than that, so make sure you're getting it right. You're the only one who has a chance to get an absolute score. Alright. Narayan, really? Pretty cool. I can't believe you were like you were in the Pawn 3 class like about a year back, and now you're able to do this. I'm sure you're putting in a lot of hard work on chess. Good job. Proud of you. Alright, and looks like I'll have to get information regarding more tactical puzzles from Ishan. Ishan knows so much. Good job, Ishan. And Mahati, first one to reach 100. Good job, Mahati. Very nice. Alright, and back to the live board. Looks like most of you guys have found the answer, and some of you are halfway through. Well, the first thing that comes to mind is the bishop on g2, queen on c6. You don't feel very good about it, isn't it? That's the starting point, you know. Even if you don't see the answer, it's fine. Like, you know, the first thing is like understand where exactly the problem lies, you know. When you look at this position, you get a bad feeling about it. So you see, like, you know, something is wrong in this position with the queen on c6 and the bishop on g2 on the same line. So that should be something around this line. So once you start from this direction, like, I'm sure you should be able to get the right answer. Okay, 45 seconds more, like 37 unattempted people still left. Let's get it done, guys. I told you earlier, like, okay, mostly we have to start with forcing moves. Well, if you're not able to start with a check, look for captures or threats. Well, someone said Sudarshan beat Ilya Nisnik. Ilya Nisnik is a super strong player. Pretty cool if you have beaten him. Very nice. Alright, almost time's up. Let's get back to the board. And as I said earlier, the bishop on g2 and the queen on c6. You know, you should have a bad feeling about it. Well, this is how it is. You know, like when a strong player looks at the position, you know, before they get the right answer, they get this first intuitive feeling, you know, something is not right. Like, that's the first thought, like, you know, and they pursue in the direction with the forcing moves and they find the answer. This is how it is done. Well, queen takes f6 is the right answer. And pawn takes is simply met with rook g4 check followed by bishop g6. And this is a relatively easier answer, I would say, with rook g4 check. But there is one more move that black can do, and that is queen takes rook. Because if you take the queen back, you will lose the queen too. So here the best idea is to go with queen takes f7 check, and you know, like, black ends up losing the rook and white comes out with an extra piece. And that's the right answer. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, well, this is such a famous position. I'm sure, like, most of you guys would have done this somewhere earlier. Nevertheless, let's get it done. Let's go. White's turn to play. It's a famous position that was played like almost like more than 100 years ago. Alright guys, so I think this should be the last position. I think we'll be winding up after this, so try to get it done without mistakes. Let's go, everyone. I think all eyes on Mahati. Okay. Hi, Shyam Sundar. Well, here I'm able to see the score of each and every participant individually, which is a very nice feature here. And well, see, many of you guys, I don't know if some of you really like started a little late or something, but pretty cool. So I think we have about like 100 people in the class today, which is pretty good, and we were pretty much able to run without much difficulties. I was about to play it, but it ended. Pratham? No, I still see the time is running. I don't think it would have ended. Can we analyze the move from that game sometime? Ishan, what is the game you're talking about? Pratham, okay, I'm sorry about that. Alright. Oh my god, did Mahati make a mistake? Oh shoot. And John made a comment, right comment. Feels like Sachin ending the battle with 99 missing century. Well, she actually hit century and after that she failed in the last position. Maybe we should have ended it with the previous position. Oh my god. Krishi, well, Magesh is not here today, so this is just a trial class, right? Like we are just like trying it out to see how the puzzle challenge works. Like once it feels like it's running well, we can have like more puzzle tournament kind of thing. It's not about like having like regular tournaments and all. This is also quite interesting. Well, since it was just a trial class, I was not really able to put positions according to each and every one of your levels. So next time onwards, we can have a rating cutoff, and that means like we'll have like exact precise positions for each of your levels. So probably in future we'll definitely try to do that. But anyways, I think Mahati, even though she didn't get the right answer, like everyone's talking about Mahati, and still pretty good. Alright, so knight takes g7 is the right answer, and king d8 is met with queen f6 followed by bishop e7 is the right answer. This is a position that was played like almost like 150 years back. It was played by Anderson. So such a famous position. And once again, a queen sacrifice, and as I said earlier, queen sacrifice is always special. It's pretty cool. Alright, so I see like many of you came in because the announcement came in the last minute, and still many of you were able to make it, which is pretty cool. And I think thanks to Chesslang features, we were able to do this, and we'll definitely have to, we'll have this in future as well. We'll run like puzzle tournaments also, and well, pretty much run the whole last 1 year 1 hour of class run pretty well without much hiccups. Like there were like a little difficulties here and there, but nevertheless. And anyway, like I think most of you guys, I think everyone did well, and there was absolutely no issues at all. So I'm pretty happy and pretty convinced that in future we'll have many of puzzle challenges, puzzle tournaments like this in future, right? Alright guys, thank you to everyone who came in today, and this is the last one. We'll wind up today with this, and I'll catch you all sometime soon, pretty much, right? See you then everyone. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend. Bye guys. Yep. See you then. Bye.